Welcome everybody. Today we are doing swatches and analysis of my opinion on the Profusion Neon palette. In this palette you get 10 rainbow neon shades for $5. First I'll show you the swatches and then we will get into my analysis. First off we have the shade Psych. It is a gold glitter. And throughout this video, excuse how I am swatching, it's at an awkward angle. These swatches do not do the palette justice. Anyway, next we have Gnarly, beautiful peach shade. I have not found a shade like this in any other palette, and it's very buildable. Next we have shade Rad. It is a bright neon pink, also buildable and very, very bright. Here is shade Bro. It is a bright red. It is lighter than the other red in this palette. It's just very bright, very neon red. And here's Heatwave. It is the darker red in the palette, less neon than Rad, but also very beautiful. Here's shade Sunnies. This is one of the not as great shades in the palette. However, it is very buildable. And logical here is the worst shade in the palette. It's somewhat buildable, but it takes a lot to get pigment from that one. At Sea has some shimmer in it. It's the only other shade with shimmer, and it is a turquoise blue. Here's shade Seriously. It is a pure neon sky blue. And lastly, shade Like. It is very pigmented. It is purple. It is one of the best shades in this palette. As for the quality of this palette, it is very good, very much worth the $5. The common theme in the palette is fallout. There seems to be a lot of fallout in every shade. Not a lot, just a moderate amount of fallout in every shade. Also, for the most part, the palette is very buildable. Some shades, like the lighter shades, Sunnies and Logical, the yellow and green, those were difficult to build up, but it's possible. These shades they take some finessing. But the quality, the neon, they're all beautiful shades. As for the quality for the price, this palette is $5 and you get 10 shades. That's 50 cents per shade, which is a lot cheaper than a lot of palettes, especially the high-end palettes. There's some palettes where shades can get up to, like $5 per shade. But Profusion is always impressed with their quality for low prices, and this palette is no exception. Especially neons, they're harder to make, and Profusion just really nailed it, so definitely worth $5 or even more. Now for my recommendations for who should use this palette and how I recommend anyone getting into using color purchase this palette. If you can't afford to get, the most high-end neon palette, then go for that. But this palette does the job. I recommend always applying it on top of a base, just so you can get more vivid payoff. Also recommend, because of the fallout, do it on top of a set face or do your eyes before any face makeup. Now you can't see it in this video, but these shades do blend out really nicely with the brush. And these swatches are not the best. I will admit I was at a weird angle when doing them, but also that's just how they swatch. So that shows that the formula is not the best quality in the world. No one expects that for $5, but there is pigment, there's potential, and in my experience of using it, it does look really great. So I recommend that you check it out for yourself. This is not sponsored, but I just want everyone to play with makeup and experience this $5 neon palette. This is really incredible. So thank you for watching. See you on the next one.